What on earth is the UK coming to? I go off sick for several days, and there's an explosion going on in the government, so to speak, with regards to digital ID. Now, I have expanded on the government here in the past on this channel. I don't do it all that often, but this one needs talking about. It really does make you wonder if Keir Starmer is also truly in charge, or is it Tony Blair? The public are saying it's totalitarianism. Gosh, that's a mouthful. Which is completely understandable and somewhat even equating it to high treason. Hello and welcome back to Chat About It, Don't Shout About It with me, Rachel, the Queen of the Woke, as crowned by one of my haters.
Crown you Queen of the Woke!
Let's chat about it. Please keep it friendly in the chat and let me know in the comments section below what you think of this digital ID system that is potentially going to be introduced into the UK. Now, for those of you who do not know, former Prime Minister Tony Blair has been championing this from some time. It was something that he legislated for, voluntary ID cards anyway during his tenure as Prime Minister, but it never came into fruition. It was scrapped in about 2011, I think. This is why people are saying that Tony Blair is behind it all and that Keir Starmer is just the puppet. Now, the main reason, according to the government or Keir Starmer, as to why we are potentially going to be receiving digital ID is it would potentially curb illegal immigration. I'm completely baffled as to how this would potentially curb illegal immigration because France also has digital ID, and in my opinion, that doesn't seem to be working. I don't know if the reason why they have it is due to illegal immigration, but illegal immigrants do come across from France into the UK. In addition to that, a lot of food delivery companies and other companies are under scrutiny because they have illegal workers working for them. This is all done through renting accounts and things like that. That's going to be very difficult to still keep control of, isn't it? No matter what restrictions you've put on these particular companies. We always had our passport playing into ways of identifying us, but of course, you can produce fake passports. And who's to say that you can't produce fake digital ID? Now, I've taken what I've got for you from the government website, and this just explains some of what is supposed to be entailing with digital ID. Please excuse the voice. However, I do feel like this is what people were pointed towards with the phrase totalitarianism, which is a mouthful for me to say. A new digital ID scheme will make it easier for people across the UK to use vital government services. The rollout will, in time, make it easier to apply for government and private sector services, such as helping renters to quickly prove their identity to landlords, improving access to welfare and other benefits, and making it easier for parents to apply for free childcare. It will also be required for the right to work checks to stop those with no rights to be in the country from finding work. This is to send a clear message that if you come here illegally, you will not be able to work, deterring people from making dangerous journeys. The government are painting this as a preventative curbing tool towards illegal immigration. On the surface, that's what it feels like to me. And it would seemingly feel like that to other people as well because of the words that they've been throwing around, such as totalitarianism and high treason. Surely, if this was just a right to work thing, then they wouldn't need to use this for things like checking welfare, child benefit, and anything like that, because in theory, all the documents are double and triple checked anyway, and they should already be approved. And is it likely to reduce the number of people who make false claims under these benefits? I don't know. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? How the digital ID will work. Your free digital ID will be stored securely on your phone and will help you to prove your identity, including age and residency status, simplifying access to government service and a range of uses across the private sector. It is expected to be rolled out to all UK citizens and legal residents by the end of this Parliament. It will be free to download, and employers will be required to check it as evidence of your right to work in this country. This is to curb the prospect of work for illegal migrants, a significant factor driving small boat crossings. Work is now underway to draw up the design and technical details of the scheme to ensure it is inclusive and fair and follows best practice with security and data privacy, including drawing on examples where digital IDs are already delivering benefits internationally. The government will be launching a public consultation later this year. Yeah, that won't go very well. To ensure we get the best possible input, police will not be able to demand to see your digital ID as with the current precedent. You heard that, as with the current precedent, which could mean that it could likely change in the future. What data will be held? The new digital ID will be authoritative proof for someone who is and their residency status in this country. It therefore include name, date of birth, information on nationality or residency status, a photo of as the basis for biometric security, just like an e-visa or a passport, but updated for the modern digital world we live in. The consultation will consider if any additional information like address would be helpful to include. And then it goes on to say what the digital ID would do is improve access to public service like education and social benefits by making it easier for everyone and to quickly and easily prove their identity. It will also be available to use to prove your identity when voting in elections, reduce identity fraud by minimalizing personal details you give, and toughen out employment checks, including across the gig economy. Okay, it won't work. It won't work. Curbing the prospect of work for illegal migrants, streamline verification processes across the private sectors too by enabling digital checks and efficient verification when doing these things like opening a bank account or proving your age. Oh, there you have it. Checks and official verification when doing things like opening a bank account or proving your age. Now, technically, I already have a digital footprint, and I do try to reduce the amount of information that I have about me online. It's not infallible. I'm sure you could find out things about me. Here's the thing, though. This digital ID could be a gateway into all sorts of things that I may not necessarily want to happen. Okay, and I don't want the government to have access to my bank information. Now, once, I do need to go on and research more into this, and I won't deny that, particularly because this all flared up when I wasn't well. But I have worries that it could lead to other things like fraud, identity theft, cloning of bank accounts, and many other things. And I also see where people are coming from with the totalitarianism as well. The government identified the crisis, in this case illegal migration. Now they're looking to make it so that we have digital ID, and then the next step would be to revel in it whilst people follow the orders like sheep. They're currently saying it's not mandatory from what I've read. However, if we need it for the right to work and other aspects in our life, then how long would it be until it is mandatory? And then we do have to do it. Let me know what you think. Check out some of the other content I've picked out for you. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching today. Don't forget you can join me on my other platforms as well. I've got YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, X, TikTok, Instagram, Locals, Substack, and I also have a Discord. Everything is linked below.